Hey, good afternoon, y'all. Here we go again. It's another great day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. You should be too. Getting back at it Sunday afternoon, y'all. Today we're going to work on this countertop that goes in here. We got it set up ready to cut in the shop, but I needed to take some measurements. So we cleaned all this off, getting ready to take some measurements, and I discovered that down here we're 21 inches from the wall to here. Down here we're 21 and a quarter. So I got to bring this whole section. Apparently when I measured, we had a piece of plywood on top of here, as you may recall. And I guess when I measured wrong. I was off by like 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just gonna unscrew this from the wall and inch it forward about 1/4 of an inch, and we should be money. That's the plan. Get this inch forward 1/4 of an inch, then we'll take our measurements again, figure out what we need to do where, and then we will chop, cut that thing up out there. This countertop we're taking out of here, and we're going to cut it as well. It is going to become this piece, and you can't see, but that piece on the right side of the stove. That's what this is going to become. So we'll cut that up, and then we're going to glue the piece that I cut for here is going to be glued to the long countertop back here. So that's the plan. All right, appreciate you guys watching. Let's back to work. All right, y'all, there we go. We got the counter glued up, and now we just gotta let it sit. So it's glued up, ready to go. Tomorrow we'll be able to sand it, all that jazz, get it all sanded, and start zhushing it. What all kind of zhushing it's gonna need, I'm not sure yet. How many coats, I'm not really sure yet. We'll find out when we start zhushing it. So that's it. That's it for today, y'all. Appreciate you guys watching. See you later. Hey, good morning, y'all. Here we go again. It's another great day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. You should be too. It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Is that the right thing to say? Or somber Memorial Day? Or honor Memorial Day? I don't know. It's Memorial Day where we remember those who have fallen. Our military men and women that have fallen serving our country. Say a prayer for families. And we're going to get at it this morning. Hopefully we're going to get this countertop sanded, smooth, at least one coat of finish on it. Not sure how many coats of finish I got to put on it. Didn't see anywhere where it really said how many coats of finish to put on it. It just said 6 hours between coats. So I really need to get this done so I can get a coat of finish on it today. So that's the plan right now. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys watching. Smash that like button, subscribe. Let's back to work. All right, y'all, hopefully you can hear this. The rain picked up. And so right now we're gonna let the dust settle. We got sanding on the back sides done. So we're gonna let the dust settle a little bit, and then we'll come back and work on the bottoms, backside, the bottom sides. Get those done, then we'll flip it over and finish up the top sides. All right, appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in a little bit. Break time is over. We're gonna get back at it. On the back side of this thing, we're going to use some water-based polyacrylic to put as a protective finish on the underneath side of the countertops. On the top sides of the countertops, we're going to use this Watco Butcher Block oil and finish. That's what we're going to use on the top. This is a wipe on. This is water-based polyacrylic, so we're going to use that underneath and that on the top. This only takes like 2 hours to dry, two or three. This takes like 6 hours between coats. So I want to get the bottom side done, and once I'm done with that, this stuff you have to reapply every month, 2 months, 6 months after it gets a build up in a year or whatever. So I don't want to have to deal with all that. I'd rather have the bottom side protected fairly well, and so that's why we're going to use this polyacrylic. on the bottom side. So that's where we're at right now. Appreciate you guys watching. Smash that like button, subscribe. Let's get back to work. All right, y'all, that is the first coat here. We already did 2 on that one over there, the low one, because this thing is sucking it in. It says to wait 2 hours between coats, but we don't need to do that because it's just sucking it right in. And it's pretty much already dry. We're just gonna give this about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and do the second coat on this, and maybe even third coat. We'll probably just use up whatever we got, just because that's the way I roll. We'll do that, and then once they're dry good, we'll flip them bad boys over, and we'll start the first coat of the food safe Wadco stuff. I assume that the polyacrylic is food safe once it's cured, but we're gonna go with the butcher block finish. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. All right, keep watching. See you in a few. Okay, y'all, coat number 2. I think we're gonna stick with 2 coats underneath. Should be plenty. We're gonna give this, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour. I got to go work on the lawnmower again. And we got new wheels for Nana's trailer, her little yard trailer. Put those on, give this time to dry, and then we'll flip it over and see about doing the old Watco butcher block oil and finish food grade. All right, thanks for watching. Let's go work on the mower and yard trailer. It's back to work. So we're gonna work on this thing, and as you know, we've been having problems with this thing staying running, especially when it gets warmed up and stuff. So haven't been able to figure out what the deal is. Done all the tune-up stuff. Well, I found a guy's video, and I can't remember his name. Anyways, he showed working on some zero turns similar to this, and what he found was that the pickup tube will get clogged. Now, there's a little 90-degree piece, and he showed how it got clogged, and by doing so it restricted the flow of fuel to the mower, and basically his mowers were doing the same thing, had the same symptoms that I had. So I'm going to pull that out, and we're going to blow it out and see if hopefully that's where the problem is. Hopefully there will be some kind of restriction somewhere and we can find it. So that's the plan right now. All right, let's get back to work. How in the world does that happen?
A cricket?
It's a bug of some sort.
Well, he didn't live in there.
Look at there, y'all. I don't know how that got in the gas tank, but it's a bug of some sort, and it got sucked up into the pickup line. So
$300 bug.
But like I said, that stuff needs to be done anyways. All right, y'all, that's just crazy. That bug was in the gas line. How crazy is that? Well, hopefully that's gonna fix our problem. That guy was right. He showed a couple of different zero turns that had that same problem. Stuff gets sucked up in the fuel intake or the fuel line, and it gets caught in that little 90-degree corner, or it gets caught at the fuel filter or something like that, and it reduces the fuel pressure. And I guess, you know, as it flows, as the fuel flows and the engine heats up, it kind of causes it to expand or whatever and chokes it out. Pretty crazy. All right, now we're gonna go work on the wagon wheels. Let's go back to work. All right, y'all, here we go. As I told you the other day when I did the Gorilla Cart wheels, we have stickers that are horrendous and vicious around here. And this little trailer came with pneumatic tires, and they just couldn't take any more. Nana puts a slime, or she had been putting a slime in it for a couple of years until finally they couldn't take any more. So we went on Amazon, imagine that, and got us some solid tires. No more tubes. We got the solid tires to go on here, so that's what we're gonna do right now, is put those tires on. Let's do it. There we go. Now we got the Gorilla Cart fixed. the yard wagon, the yard trailer fixed. Hopefully the lawnmower's fixed. It's been raining all morning, so it's not like we can go mow and check that out. Hopefully, maybe she'll get to do that tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I do believe it's fixed. I don't know what else it could be after that. That's everything. And like I said, the guy in the video, he showed it and it worked. So that's what made me try it. Nonetheless, that's it for out here, y'all. We're gonna head back inside, do some other stuff. Appreciate you guys watching. All right, y'all, we're back from our little break. Now we're gonna flip these bad boys over. Nan already sanded her piece with 220 on the top side. I did not. So we're gonna flip mine over and I'm gonna sand it with 220. Get it sanded down with 220 and then we'll be ready to put the first coat on the top side. So hopefully by 1 o'clock, we'll be doing the top side. Hopefully, that's the plan. Appreciate you guys watching. Get back to work. All right, y'all, we got everything sanded, wiped down with a damp cloth. It's all dried up now. So now we are ready to put our first coat on, and then it will take 6 hours before we recoat it. And then in 6 hours from now, we will give it a light sanding with 400 grit sandpaper, and then recoat it and see what we think about it tomorrow, if we want to put more on or what we want to do.
A moron.
A moron. All right, you guys keep watching. It's back to work.
Morning, y'all. We didn't quite get as far as we wanted to last night, which was Monday. We wanted to get our second coat of the Watco Butcher Block oil on the countertops last night before bed, but there was just a few tacky spots, so instead of rushing things and having to start over, we delayed. So I'm gonna quickly give these a hand sanding with 400 grit sandpaper, and then put some more oil on them. And then in 8 hours, which will be tonight, if Pops thinks we should do another coat, we can do another coat. Tonight, after dinner, we could do a third coat if we're so inclined. If not, then that will start our 72-hour clock, which 6 hours after we do it today, so tonight would be the beginning of our 72-hour clock. And if we put another coat on it, then tomorrow morning would be our 72-hour clock. So it says not to use them for 72 hours after the final coat, and Pop still has to fit the sink. We haven't bought a faucet yet, all those other things. So it's Tuesday. This week, these counters are not going to be usable, maybe by Saturday. So we gotta get the sink, gotta get the plumbing, gotta get the faucet, gotta install them, all those things. So maybe by Monday, we'll have countertops. Let me get these done. Those were the bottoms of the left and right cabinet in the kitchen. They were the floor of the cabinet that we secret sauced also yesterday. That's why I moved them over there. They don't get the oil. Anyway, I gotta get to work. I have company coming. All right, y'all, second coat of the Watco Butcher Block oil is on. I know you probably gasped when you saw me using the power sander on the big board. I took the battery out. I just used it for the leverage because that little round disky thing was too slippery. Anyway, I have housework to do, yard work to do. I took apart our stainless steel grill over the weekend and have been trying to clean it up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video a couple years back of me revitalizing it from not being used for 3 years. Anyway, I gotta put it back together so we can use the grill this week. And I gotta shower, I do laundry. I gotta continue to get all the dust from these countertops off the walls and things. It was a mess everywhere. Anyway, see y'all later. All right, y'all. Coat 3 of the Watco Butcher Block oil. You didn't see me do coat 2 last night. It doesn't probably need any more. It feels great, but since we have the time, I want to put another coat on here. Nothing's sticky, nothing's tacky. It's smooth. So I'm gonna quickly put this on here. And I got things to go do. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, that was third coat. It really is not soaking in at all. You saw saw me doing a lot of wiping. It's not soaking in, it's kind of pooling. So I wiped it in more because I don't want to have to get serious sanding done because it's got too much. 8 hours, we'll see later tonight.
Hey y'all, here we go again. It's another great day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. You should be too. Check it out, it's the weekend. We made it back. Actually, it's late in the weekend. It's Saturday afternoon, almost evening time. Nana finished up our countertop this week, which is nice. So today, this afternoon, and we played hooky this morning. We went and played some disc golf with some friends. So this afternoon, we're going to put the countertop in place and move it into the kitchen. Nana already got the kitchen cleaned up, the temporary counter situation in there cleaned up. So we're going to go on there and pull the boards off, and then we're going to come back in here, grab this countertop, and move it in there. I do believe that's the plan. So it's going to be kind of a short day today, relative.
For them.
But we got some other videos to make too. I'm in the process of making some Venus flytrap videos because we got gnats. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to take care of some of those gnats with the Venus flytraps, as well as some other, it's called a sundew, Drosera spatula, which is a spoon leaf sundew, something like that. I don't know. Supposed to help with gnats and stuff. We'll see. They're carnivorous plants. So I'm doing one video trying to save the Venus flytraps that were dying from Lowe's that we got for, I guess, half off or something because they were looking pretty rough. Repotting those, so keep an eye out for that video. But right now, enough of that carrying on. Let's get back to work and get this counter installed. All right, appreciate you guys watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, let's back to work. All right, y'all, there you go. We got the countertops in. I think they look pretty good. We got the sink just kind of sitting in place right now. I got to do a little work on the rim. Got a little bent, so I'm gonna have to do some straightening on the rim. But I think that's it for today. I think that's probably it for this video too. We got the countertops installed, with the exception of the island piece that's gonna go over here. But the countertops themselves are installed. Cabinets, base cabinets installed. And I just gotta do a little trim work around here. And that's it. I think that's it for today, y'all. And that's it for the video. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully enjoying the videos. If you're enjoying the videos, give us a thumbs up. If not, you can give us a thumbs down too. Either way, we understand not every video is for every viewer, and we're okay with that. But leave us some comments, good comments, constructive criticisms, tips, tricks for DIYers doing countertops and cabinets themselves that are watching this video and are looking at this kind of content. I'm sure they would appreciate it. We would appreciate it. Check us out on our social media at LivingCooper on X and Instagram. And lastly, and probably most importantly, is please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified next time we upload. Check out our other videos. We got a lot more property vlog videos. We got how-to videos and we got product review videos. Check those out. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.